Off you go. Don't worry about it. We'll listen to it afterwards.
10 pronunciation errors by Spanish speakers. For Spanish speakers, certain sounds in English are more difficult than others. These are the sounds you don't have in your Spanish accent or don't have in that position in the word. In that position in the word, particularly at the ends of words. First, V or B. In English, V is a voiced fricative using teeth and lip.
Fricative.
Fricative.
You're saying F.
Fricative. Using teeth and lip. And
Lip.
B, and lip. And B is
You remember, lip is saltar. And lip is for your mouth.
lip.
That's it, like shit.
Lip. And B is a voiced plosive using the
Plosive.
lips. Plosive.
Plosive.
Plosive. Is a
Hang on a
voiced
second. But
plosive.
what you're trying to vibrate the V, then you also vibrate the S, which you're not supposed to do.
Plosive. Plosive.
That's it.
Plosive.
Yep.
Plosive.
That's it.
Using the lips.
So you have to turn on the vibration, turn it off. But what you have to not do is mess up the other ones because you're starting to
Plosive.
vibrate before you get to the V.
I understand. Plosive. So it would be plosive.
It's also not sounding 100% natural.
Plosive.
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 It's also a noun, no?
Plosive.
So it's stress on the first.
Plosive.
Right. This is all wrong.
Plosive.
It's
Yeah,
all wrong.
No, I know. Plosive.
Pl, a, schwa, u, s. This is not an E. No, it's an E.
Plosive. Plosive.
Because
Plosive.
where's the stress? On the first one. So the second one, normally the second syllable of a 2 or more syllable noun is a schwa. The second most possible option is an E. And you want to be careful between your E, as in Spanish, and your E, as in lip or leave. Okay, so you don't want to get confused. This is E, and this is E.
Plosive.
Yeah, the second most mountain, no, is an E. Second
Okay.
most possible option for a noun is it's going to be the E.
Okay.
Plosive.
Plosive. Okay. Next vacation, I'd love to visit the river.
Okay. So here, what we've just looked at, and what you've been messing up today.
Yeah.
E and E. You can see this, no?
And E, yeah. And E.
E. Not E. Shit.
E.
Shit.
Shit.
E.
Shit. E.
Yeah, sometimes it helps you to get the word
E.
and then go on to the sound,
E.
rather than just to get to the sound.
Okay.
It
E.
helps me too sometimes.
Spanish has just one height from vowel E,
Vowel.
from vowel E, and Spanish speakers often use this vowel when they see the letter E in English. When they
Yes.
see the letter I in English.
That's it.
They usually shouldn't. The letter I in English is normally the lower
E.
E
E.
vowel.
Shit.
Shit.
That's it.
Shit. Did this thing win?
That's it.
Did this thing win? Okay.
Then ask the question.
Did this thing win?
That's it.
Did this thing win?
And what did you do by looking at me when you said that? What did you do?
I did like an expression of.
You did an expression with
Did this
using
thing
body
win?
language and phrase and etc. And you were doing sight reading, which was the other thing which wasn't on the presentation course. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Whereas you have your notes, but you look up and you give it.
Yeah.
Now, why were you able to do more looking at me? Because you'd already assimilated the text in your brain.
Yeah.
So then you can deliver it better.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter whether we're talking about the economy or this, it's the same thing. The sight reading, no? You can see that it was easier for you to act when you already had the text. you haven't learnt all this text, but you could learn those 3 words.
Yeah.
Or no, there were more. 4 words. That's good. No?
Okay, yes. That's
No?
good.
So you have to remember to do this when you're speaking to the people.
Yeah.
No? Not like the Spanish politicians.
No, not like the Spanish.
No?
Did this thing win? Oops, I'm gone now.
I need to change this mouse. When it goes scroll here, it scrolls the other way at the beginning. I don't know why.
S versus sh.
That's it.
Sh is made by slightly rounding the lips and pulling the tongue a bit further back in the mouth than it would be for S. That is the closest sound that exists in standard Spanish. For S, that is the closest sound that exists in standard Spanish.
That's it.
So it would be like rounding the lips, sh, and pulling the tongue, sh, then S. See, okay. I like to push a sharp fashion sense.
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
I agree.
11 vowel positions.
Oh.
Vowels are big problems for Spanish.
Vowels.
Vowels.
Vowels with Z.
Vowels. Vowels are a big problem for Spanish speakers, as Spanish only has 5.
5 with a V.
Spanish. 5.
That's it.
But Spanish only have, no has, no? Spanish people. Spanish language, you mean?
That's it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Received pronunciation has more. Has
Otherwise
more.
it would be the Spanish.
Yeah, the Spanish, yeah.
That would be the Spanish.
Received pronunciation has more, formed from more positions of the mouth. So often in a speech, a Spanish speaker uses one vowel.
Vowel.
Uses one vowel. Can you just write it?
So, what are we doing?
Vowel.
What are we doing here?
Elision.
That's it. Good. You know this.
Vowel.
So
Elision.
you
Sorry.
So you spell this to me.
V.
Mm-hmm.
Schwa. Schwa or vowel. Va.
Ow.
No. Ow.
Ow.
This is a schwa, no?
No, that's an A.
An A and
like
ow.
cow.
Okay, vowel.
Cow.
See, yeah, okay. Ooh, vowel. It's not long, this one? No, vowel.
When is it long? If it was long, what would I do? I would write 2
yeah.
dots.
Yeah, no, I know.
Vowel.
I know, that's why I was asking. Vowel.
You're right. This is an A.
Ah.
You're right. That's because the other one's a long one. You're right. You're good. I made a mistake. Too tired today. Because look, you're right. This is the A.
Let me see. What? Yeah.
This is the ow, and this is the car. So look, here we have cow.
Yeah.
That should be written with this, surely. This may be potentially wrong. First time I've noticed this.
Yeah.
This is an
Cow.
A, like
Yeah.
this. A, like man, cow. This should be an A. It's always written this way. But yes, it's not the long R, car. It's the A, cow. A, man, cow. Yes, potentially I should change this to this. It's not the R, car. Yes,
I
well
understand.
spotted. I've never seen that before. I have to think about that one.
You need to think about that one.
When
Vowel.
when my brain works, I'll think about it.
Okay.
Okay, carry on. So cow, vowel.
Yeah, cow, vowel. A Spanish speaker uses one vowel. She knows from Spanish for everything, where an English speaker would use 2 or 3 and then wonders why we don't understand. Hat, heart.
Yes.
Oops. Hood.
So o, u, e, u,
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 e,
and then little, the schwa. hood, hooted, hurt, hut, hooter.
Hood, hooted, heart,
Hurt,
hurt,
because you said heart as in car.
yeah,
Hurt.
hurt, hat, hooter,
Mm-hmm.
pot, port, feet, feet.
Yes.
The only easy one for Spanish speakers, hen.
Yeah, that's easy for you.
Okay.
Yeah, this mouse, I need to change my mouse, but it's really difficult to find such a big mouse.
Mm.
Because then you
It's
don't
nice.
get the
Yeah,
tendonitis.
you don't get it.
Yeah, I need to, that one's falling apart now. Look at me. That's it.
Is made at the back of the mouth in the same place as K and G. But Spanish speakers often replace it with alveolar N, like N.
Yeah.
I was walking. Yeah, and I was just thinking about this. I was walking along, talking and singing a song.
I was walking along, talking and singing a song.
I was walking along, talking and singing a song.
Yeah, so we put a comma here, no?
Yeah.
Between the first verb.
Yeah.
So the first chunk is
I
what
was
we're
walking
doing,
along,
and the second chunk is
talking and singing
while we're
along.
doing that, what we were doing.
I was walking along, talking and singing a song.
Then split it into three chunks.
I was walking along, talking and singing a song.
Yeah. Okay. So you can see that the chunk is not definitely in one place. You can say we had the first chunk was what we were doing, and the second, and what we were doing while we were doing that.
Yeah.
The second possible option was we have three verbs in the gerund, 1, 2, 3, and we did each one differently. I was walking along, talking and singing a song. No? So you can choose whether you want to have things go together or go separate in your list. Now, yesterday, the girl in the pharmaceutical said to me, but this bit of my thing I do every week. So now it's getting boring for me because I always do it and it sounds like I'm just repeating it. So the things that
What
you
was
say-
she talking about? About the speech or something?
Yeah, that she does every week. So I was saying, okay, so what we need to do is every time you do it, you need to be doing different ways. No? And this is one way that if you're constantly aware that you can play with this, this and this, or this and this and this. No? And when I do the voiceovers, like last week, that seems like ages ago, when I did the 8 videos, sometimes I would do the different things. I would give them the two options and they decide which one they liked best. And they were in a rush, so they said, we like this is the one. But other times they'll keep them, two different things, and then they'll decide at the end which version they want to use. So, aspiration.
In English, the sounds P, T, and K are normally very aspirated in received pronunciation, a big explosion of air, but they are usually less so in Spanish and also much less in general American. Park the car in town.
So, an English person will say, park the car in town. No?
Park the car in town.
And you may hear Americans, I'm
Yeah.
not saying that you have to do the American accent, nor that I can. But the general thing with the American accent is that they don't blow out, and that we do.
in town.
So they'll go, park the car in town,
Park the car in town,
and
park
it's
park
held
the car
back
in town.
more here in the throat, whereas the English is more in their mouth and coming forward. Okay, weak vowel schwa. Yes.
Weak vowel, schwa. Spanish, schwa.
Car.
Car.
That's it.
Spanish is a language of strong forms, and conveniently you almost always just say what you see. English contains weak forms.
Weak.
Weak forms.
Not wick, which is the part of the candle, la mecha.
Weak.
Weak.
Weak forms, the most common of which is the schwa. The problem is that this sound can be spelled with any vowel.
Vowel.
Vowel, with any vowel.
Your brain's
With any
not
vowel.
working today. No?
With any vowel.
Oh?
A, E, I, O, U. See also my sheet on the schwa. About Titan lentil today's. About Titan late. About
Titan.
Titan
Lentil.
lentil
Today.
column.
Column.
But that's not a phrase.
That's not a phrase.
I didn't understand. I was like, what's this? I was trying to read a phrase, so I couldn't.
Yeah, it's
because
not a
everything is a
phrase.
phrase, so now here you put this and it's like.
It's not a phrase, no.
Okay, I was going mad. R and silent R. The Spanish sound for the letter R is rolled, y pero. And the double R even more, so y perro. But the received pronunciation English R is smooth. Rock, red.
Red with a D.
Red. Yeah, red.
Madrid. That's it.
Rock, red, arrow, try.
What's the difference between the single R and the double R?
Red arrow. Red arrow.
Nothing.
Nothing, no? I don't see anything.
There's only one R in English.
Yeah, I understand. Also in the received pronunciation English. Also in the received pronunciation
Okay,
English.
I'm going to slow down. So, if you're cutting your chunk, what is it you're not doing?
You are not helping people to understand what you're saying.
That's true. But why are you cutting your chunk?
Because I don't know what's what it's about, yeah.
Yes. So what you need to do is you need to be reading ahead.
Yeah, I know.
Before you start on something,
Yeah,
you
of
already
course.
know where you're going to go. Otherwise, you're going to fuck it up.
exactly.
Okay? That doesn't matter if you're playing football or you're reading English. It's the same thing. So, we can see that when you're reading, somebody give you something new to read, you run into a dead end.
Definitely.
No, I do it. I do it myself, and sometimes I have to.
Okay,
I have to prepare the text in advance to avoid this.
yeah.
But yeah, okay. So
Also, in the received pronunciation English accent, the letter R is silent at the end of the syllable.
yes,
Spanish,
So,
yeah.
So read that sentence again, clearly marking your chunks.
Okay. Walk, count.
No, in the same sentence. Again with your
Sorry.
chunks. Nowhere.
Also, in the received pronunciation English, again. Also, in the received pronunciation English accent, the letter R is silent at the end of the syllable.
That's it. So what did you do here? You saw you had a big chunk here, so you paused after the also. No?
Yes.
Then you had a little chunk here. No? The
Yes.
letter R. Then you could have had a little chunk here is silent,
Yeah.
and then another at the end of the syllable.
Yeah.
No? So you saw that you had a big nasty chunk here. No?
Yeah.
You can get worse than this in the business presentations.
Definitely.
The Roche girl has some huge, great big, long, technical names. So you have to pause before. That's what I always say. The trick is to do the pauses, because then when you do go, you have more energy, you have more breath, you've thought about it in advance. No, because people just forget to breathe.